diversi fusi orari. Ieri siamo stati esagerati.
Back before I quit my practice.
You're a lawyer.
Doctor, listen, you have to come and visit.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah? Yeah. Done.
It's so quiet around here. Don't even have any neighbors.
Hey, you made it!
Welcome.
Ta-da!
You are VIP guests.
Just to remind you, I'm a vegetarian.
Our gift to you.
That is so...
Louise, doctor's orders.
Hey, howdy, hey, awesome people of the internet. Wolfman for Dash here. Now, before we talk about this film, I should stress that I am currently going down with a bit of a cold, so it's probably why I'm not sound too, and will be the reason why I'm coughing a lot and possibly sneezing, but we'll see. I did do a lateral flow test because you still have, some people like me do still have to take COVID tests for our jobs and that, and it's definitely negative. So yeah, okay. So Speak No Evil. So this is a film by Blumhouse Productions, one of several films of theirs that I've seen. They generally tend to make some pretty okay, decent kind of horror flicks. Some being good and some being not so good, but most people would definitely say that they're just decent or okay, more so than actual, like, giving them thrills and so forth. And for me, this was a very tame kind of film. It's a remake of a Danish film that was released a couple of years ago, and I did double check this because I know Clank Zoka, who I went with to see this film, did sort of say it was a remake, but I wanted to double check just to be sure. And yes, it is definitely an American remake, but set in kind of sort of England for some reason. But anyway, so without giving too much away, it's about this family who decide to go to who are on holiday in Spain or Italy. Might be Italy. I'll go with Italy. And they meet this other family with one of the guys with the husband being played by James McAvoy. Many of you will know him for being Professor Xavier in the X-Men films and doing various other British roles as well. He isn't really a crush of mine per se, but I do think he is quite handsome, but that's just me. So he plays this husband of this family who decide to invite this other family that are in Italy/Spain to their farmhouse after having such a good time on holiday together. They're a bit hesitant at first, this other family, but they decide to accept the invitation anyway. And it kind of, for the most part, plays out like two families sort of being quite pleasant, nice to each other, with one family being a bit more over the top and not as pleasant than the other family. But then as time goes on, you do sort of suspect that something might be up. In particular with the son character who is a character called Ant. I don't know the name of the actor, but I'm just going to call him Ant because that's his character in the film. He doesn't speak, and it's not really clear as to why he can't speak. And I won't give away too much detail because it does get revealed much later on in the film as to why he can't speak. Both families get along to begin with. Things start to take a turn for the worst as time goes on, and then you kind of realise that one family isn't quite as they seem, and things happen, yada yada yada. It's quite a tame horror compared to The Substance, which I reviewed last week, and it's one of those films that's a bit predictable if you've watched the trailer. So often when with trailers these days, they tend to reveal a bit too much, but the best kind of trailers are the ones that definitely do not reveal too much. And the trailer for this one, I did see it, and it did kind of reveal a bit too much, and which made it difficult for me to sort of say that this is a film that's not predictable. It is very, very predictable, which is kind of a shame because it is well made, and it does have a lot of pleasant things to it. I like how it's not a film that doesn't have much of a soundtrack or score to it. There is music being played, don't get me wrong, but for much of the film, there's hardly any music played. You do hear a couple of songs, and then you get a score later on, and it's kind of a bit like that. So, yeah. I think out of all the Blumhouse films I've seen, this one is one of their best, but that's not really saying much because most of their films I find are decent or okay. The Five Nights at Freddy's film, which they produced, was really good. It's definitely one of the few video game adaptations I've seen recently that really did well. But this one is okay for what it is. I'm not saying it's a bad film per se. I like the sort of suspense. I like how they play out certain things, and I like how they don't really give away the fact that this family is bad. They just give it away more subtly than most other films that follow this kind of scenario, which is good because often I've seen so many films where they follow this exact scenario, and they kind of reveal way too early that this one family or characters are not quite as they seem. And I love that in this one, the family that are revealed to be the main bad guys is done in a subtle way, but kind of towards the point where the other family kind of realizes that they aren't as they seem. They do actually start to be a bit more villainous and do more evil stuff. So yeah, I like this. I like the scenery. I like the set pieces. I like how a lot of it just comes across as like quite pleasant, happy, glorious, but not quite happy, pleasant, glorious as time goes on. And I like how when they do actually reveal that they are the bad guys, it kind of comes across as not as a surprise per se, but when you get the sort of evil layer sort of thing revealed, because yes, there is an evil layer in this film, kind of, sort of, yeah, it kind of puts things into perspective, and I kind of like how the film actually does have a title that makes sense, because there is a character in the film that quite literally speaks no evil, which I won't say who it is. I've already said that there's a character that doesn't speak very well, but I'm not going to say if it's him or not, because that would just be a big massive spoiler. So yeah, but you can kind of probably guess from that anyway. So yeah, Speak No Evil, good film. Not sort of one that I suspect will win any awards or anything, because it's pretty much as you'd expect it to be. It's a pretty serviceable film. If you're wanting a suspenseful thriller kind of film with horror elements to it, then yeah, go see this film. It's probably a film that you could see at the cinema, but you'd probably not be missing too much, because unlike The Substance, which I reviewed last week, it's not as impactful or as messed up. In fact, it's very, very tame in comparison. So yeah. So I think overall, I'm gonna give Speak No Evil, and this is the American remake that's released this year, not the Danish one. Just so there's no confusion, I'm gonna give this one 4 stars. It's okay. It's not brilliant, but it's okay. And James McAvoy is probably the best part for me in the film, because he does play a very good character, which I won't say if it's evil or not, but you can probably guess. So yeah, and that's what I think of Speak No Evil. I don't know what film I'm going to be seeing next. There probably won't be a film review for a little while, not a video one anyway, because I've got other videos that I'm working on at the moment. So yeah, but anyway, that is Speak No Evil. Go check it out if you want to. And that's just my thoughts. Share your own opinions about it in the comments or whatever. And apart from that, thanks so much for watching. So I upload videos at various times during the day, following the BST/GMT time, because that's in the time zone that I'm in. And yeah, please subscribe if you want to. Leave a comment if you want to. Like the video if you like the video. Share with your pals as well. See you in the next one. Peace to you all. And remember, speak no evil, or no, that's not a word. Hear no evil, speak no evil. But if someone's really, really, really been very bad to you or whatever, do seek help. Do seek help. Do not bottle it up. Do go seek help and try to escape. Because, you know, it's all well and good trying to escape from these people that are doing harm to you. But if you're not going to do anything about it, then don't let it last too long. Go get help. So, yeah. All right. Toodles.
Now you'll never escape from me. alive.